Hi, this is Mark Skinner, Chairman of the Board Meeting Surf Charity. By supporting this event, you're making a positive decision to help local kids with disabilities. It's a great thing you're doing, as all the proceeds from this inaugural Mooloolaba Rotary Sunshine FM music quiz will go straight to the families in the community that need it the most. These are families that have fallen through the cracks of government funding. For almost 15 years, the board meeting has been providing essential equipment, therapy and respite care for disabled kids in the community who need it the most. And we're really proud to say that 100% of all funds raised through our activities go directly to the families we help. Not one single cent is spent on administration costs or overheads. Here are just some of the 95 children we've helped in 2018. Meet Alicia. This gorgeous little 3-year-old suffers from mental impairment and epilepsy that required speech and occupational therapy. But unfortunately, her parents simply couldn't afford it. Her family was given an annual allocation of funds to cover a year's worth of therapy, plus a special needs stroller to ensure Alicia could travel safely with her family. Meet Charlotte. 9-year-old Charlotte has Wolff-Hirschhorn syndrome, a severe genetic disorder that affects her facial appearance as well as her muscles and intellectual ability. She has 2 sisters who are often denied trips to the beach as they have no way of getting Charlotte there. We jumped in with this really cool Tomato Beach chair, and now the whole family can hit the beach together. We also supplied the family with an electric bed to save Mum and Dad's backs getting her in and out of bed. A $10,000 investment has made a massive difference to their lives. Meet Jack. Poor little Jack has cerebral palsy, dyskinetic quadriplegia, chronic neonatal lung disease, pulmonary stenosis, autism and a cochlear implant. But his mum and dad are doing all they can to give him a happy life. As you can imagine, the family's life revolves around a string of monthly medical appointments, and that means a lot of time in the car and the stroller, which Jack soon outgrew. The board meeting started funding a $4,500 special needs stroller and then finished off funding the purchase of a wheelchair vehicle to guarantee they could get around safely. It wasn't a new van, but they were over the moon and ever so thankful. Meet PJ. PJ is 11, so he's well and truly come to terms with living with cerebral palsy. Being mostly wheelchair bound, his biggest concern was actually that he couldn't be upright to interact with others. His physio has suggested that he could benefit immensely from a standing frame that also put weight on his lower body, but the family simply couldn't afford it at $6,800. The board meeting was able to supply the frame and even managed to find a tablet tray that allowed him to read up close with his vision impairment. It's important to remember that once a family becomes a beneficiary of the charity, they have our support for life. For that reason, we can never rest. We must continue to create more and more community events to help raise important funding for these families to ensure that they see life through the best way they can.